thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Why I Love Flagler County podcast, your local podcast spotlighting local businesses and local residents in the Flagler area on why they like being in Flagler. So thank you so much to my guest, Kim Sunshine, for coming on and giving me a few minutes of her time. I'm really excited. I know she's really busy. She's always running around. She seems to be everywhere all at once.
Oh, well,
So
thank you. I'm really not, but I appreciate that you feel that way. I love Flagler. I love our area. And yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate you having me on, Macy. I love your podcast, by the
thank
way. You
you.
are doing amazing things.
Thank you so much. That means so much, especially from you. I mean, you've dabbled a little bit in podcasts, you're in website design, so I'm sure you know all about like the proper ways on how to do things online. So that means that's super cool that you say that. But I'd love to kind of start off. It's been a while actually, I think, since I've heard this story. So why don't you tell me a little bit on your story and how you came to Flagler and how you found it?
So, Flagler, I have called Flagler County our hidden gem because everybody doesn't know about Flagler County. I think word is getting out more now. But when I first thought of Florida, and especially this area of Florida, I thought about Daytona.
Mm,
And I actually lived in Ormond when I first moved here. We moved to Ormond Beach. And I started a business, which I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So I start businesses, and one of them was an amazing gourmet popcorn business, and we were going to the farmers markets. And at European Village, it was when that farmers market first opened up, was my first introduction to Flagler County. And I just thought it was amazing. The people were so nice. Everyone was so enjoyable and a little bit more laid back. Like I think our Palm Coast area is a little more laid back. It's not like Orlando or Jacksonville, go, 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 go. We're just a little bit more relaxed. And that really helps me with my personality to be in a relaxed environment. But as I started to explore Flagler County, I noticed that all the houses were younger than me. So for me, that is a big blessing because, you like new things and fresh things. And I've lived in New York where the local grocery store has been in business for 100 years. And you can tell by the grime on the floor. But you go to our grocery store and we don't have those grimy things. And I just think that it's wonderful how clean everything is and how new everything is here. So that's one of the other big things that I love about Flagler County.
Yeah, that's awesome. I completely understand what you're talking about. Actually, from where I'm from in Michigan, it's a little bit of a newer area, but I understand you go to those places, they've been there a while.
They've been
Let's
there
just
forever, right?
yeah, they have seen things and they make sure you know that they've seen things.
Well, when I lived in Ohio, I moved to I lived in Columbus, Ohio, ran a sales office there, and this was 30 years ago. But there was a Kroger and it was like brand new. And I had never seen a brand new grocery store before. And to me, that was just like, wow, there really are new grocery stores out there. And when I was here in Palm Coast, I noticed that all of the stores appear to have that very new feel to it. Versus even down in Ormond Beach, everything there is a little bit older. It's been established a lot longer.
Yeah, so there's definitely the pros and cons to understanding that. But that's awesome that I feel like you've been in Flagler a little bit long enough to see the new growth, to see all of that, but also um, you know, appreciate the new stuff and appreciate the old stuff. So I think that's
Yes.
super cool.
Yep. Yes. I've been in Flagler for 6 years,
Yeah,
and
you're basically a veteran at this point.
yeah, I've been here 6 years. So I've seen a lot of growth happen. And then I was doing real estate. So I was a part of that growth and watching people move here from all over. And it's so cool how everybody's so friendly. And I think the reason why is because people are coming from all over and finding our lovely piece of paradise and calling it home. So I
Yeah,
think everybody's a little friendlier.
yeah, for sure. And I think they know where they came from. It wasn't always like that, and that's what that's what they were looking for. So I think that they
Yeah.
want to also be a part of that change that they want to see in the world, which is really great. Um, so like you said that you're an entrepreneur at heart, and you actually mentioned it to me that you have been an entrepreneur since you were, 19 years old, which is great. I mean, I was in the similar age when I started my journey as well. So currently you're with Cornerstone. Tell me a little bit about starting Cornerstone and how have you liked starting it here?
So first of all, I want to say congratulations to you for being young and starting a business. So sometimes it can feel a little bit intimidating that, oh, these people are older than me. And I remember when I was 19 years old and I would look at people that are my age now, and I would think that I would have a hard time overcoming or gaining respect from them. But now that I am that person who is on the other side of that age, I look at people who are younger and with admiration and a lot of respect, because it takes one, a lot of guts to step out on your own instead of in doing something that's outside of the norm. And two, it takes a lot of self-discipline. So if you don't have that self-discipline, you're not going to be able to be successful in anything that you do. So I look at someone who's young like yourself with admiration. And I just want to let you know that most people my age would look at you with admiration. So
Thank you.
don't be nervous about it. But Cornerstone started, I was very successful in real estate and absolutely love bringing people to the paradise that I found. And my fiance passed away, and it really caused me to completely change my direction. And I think that's probably two-part, now looking 2.5 years later. Why did I do that? Well, I wanted to do something good to give back, because I know that life is short and I may not be able to give back with my experience and knowledge unless I do it now. But the second thing is I really, on the psychology level, I think I changed things so much so that I wouldn't be stuck in that mourning phase or doing the same routines I was doing to be crying and missing, missing him. So that's kind of twofold. It's taken me 2.5 years to really figure out exactly what I want to do. My experience is very broad because I have started quite a few different businesses. I have experience with licensed professionals such as real estate, where things in marketing are a little bit different. You have rules and guidelines that you have to follow. So that helps me when I'm working with, whether it's a lawyer or a doctor or a chiropractor or a realtor, to know that their license is at risk, and we have to be very mindful of the things that we say and do, because there is that strict rule there. And then, I did a service industry, which was painting and wallpapering. I've done online marketing with affiliate marketing. My website was number 20,000 in the whole world. So I have a lot of experience with web development. I've always done my own. And then I also have experience in the service industry as well as food with my gourmet popcorn business. So, and sales and marketing, running and managing a sales team. So when I talk to businesses about their website or any of the things that they're looking to do, I'm able to give them insight in areas that another person who is doing the exact same thing that I do may not have that insight, just because they've never walked in it. So they know one side of it, but they don't know the full spectrum. And I feel like that gives me a little bit of an edge over somebody who might be doing the exact same thing. It's just that I have that experience to sprinkle in there as well. It's like when you're baking a cake, we can all have the same ingredients, but if you added a few extra little flavors in there, it turns out amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I love to bake, so I know that makes total sense. There's like so much that you can do. And I think what you're saying makes so much sense when it comes to the foundation of those, you add a few extra things that some people like, and then some people do a different way, but you have that basis that makes sense and that resonates with people. And that's why, I'm sure there are like millions and bajillions of websites. So if people may not be familiar, they might not think, oh, 20, is it 20,000? Is that what you said?
It was number 20,000 in the
Yeah.
entire world.
And you
Yeah.
think, oh, 20,000 is a big number. But when you think that there's like anyone can make a website nowadays, it's like a bajillion, literally a million, I
Yes.
want to say.
There's
So like
billions of web.
billions. Yeah,
Yes.
like there are so many out there. Like me and my friends have been playing with websites since we were like 13, right? Like we're
Sure, it's
bored.
a lot of fun. And you're right. In reality today, there's a lot of opportunity to DIY your website, and that's awesome. But there's a time when it comes when you need to call on a professional to come in and
Yeah.
take it to the next level. So when a business is first starting out, they can start with a landing page or even do a DIY website. And there's a lot of options available, such as something like Wix or something like that. The problem with that is it's very limiting. Like, it does not
Right.
allow you to add on and add on. And then WordPress does allow you to add on and add on, but if you do it the wrong way, you're going to wind up clashing and breaking everything that you built before. So there's times when it's a good idea to call onto a professional and let us get in there and either iron out the wrinkles that you created or take you to that next level with the best plugins and the best features that are available.
Oh, for sure. Like I was just thinking back. So like I said, me and my friends have been playing with this because like, we're bored on YouTube and we watch things and we start things
Sure.
and it was so easy to start on Wix when you're like literally 11.
Yeah, it's like drag and drop. It's really easy to do.
Right.
But the
But
thing is the easier it is, the less features you have available.
oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying is like we started young and we were just playing around and it really teaches you that yeah, you may think that you can just drag and drop and do things, but there's so much more that you would need a professional like you, Kim, to step in because there's optimization. There is what makes the most sense for what information does your prospect need as soon as possible, right? You think, "Oh, I want to put as much text on there." But that might not be what they want. But sometimes you think, "Oh, I don't need any text." But sometimes you need it. And that's why you have the professionals. It's not me and my friends when we're bored in middle school on a YouTube channel. It's a professional saying, "Hey, your product might not be the most understood in the marketplace right now. Why don't we fix that? Why don't we put that
Exactly.
optimization?" Or if it's something, it's like, "Hey, everyone knows what you're selling, so why don't you talk about what stands out about you?" So it does different things that you're like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this. Thank you
Well,
so
one
much for coming in, Kim, and helping me."
You're great, Macy. So one of the things that I notice, and I struggle with this myself, and I'm not sure if you've ever run into this, but when you have to write content about yourself, it gets a little challenging, but
Yeah.
I find it so easy to write about my clients, write about their business, write about their products. It's much, much easier to have that third person who is able to come in and write about you because we all walk in an amount of humbleness, where if you have that content writer who has the marketing experience to write about your products or write about you, you're going to get an elevated piece of information that's going to be interesting to your readers. And that's what you need when people come to your website. The attention span today is so short. You have to catch that attention quick and draw them into the points and what you're doing. So yeah, I love what I do. I love writing about my clients and adding content for them that really is going to help their business and increase their income at the end of the day.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I'm so glad that you're able to talk about that for a few minutes because I think sometimes people look at websites as like, yeah, we all kind of had them. And I feel like also with so much new stuff always coming out on social media, it's hard to know what is even relevant anymore.
What's
And
relevant?
the fact of the matter is websites for the most part are always going to be relevant. You always need that block of information that people can go rely and be like, all right, I know exactly what Kim provides. I know exactly who she is. This makes sense. And then the rest speaks for itself.
Well,
Um,
there's a bunch of ways to utilize your website. One is if you are doing any type of marketing or advertising, you have to have a fantastic web page that's going to grab them, or you're just
sure,
going to be wasting your money.
exactly.
Two is if you are in any type of sales and marketing and you're repeating the same information over and over, or you find yourself emailing information out, you can actually put that on your website, send them to your website. Now your website is helping you to close sales. And thirdly, if you have a product that you're selling and you have customer reviews, it would be a great idea to reinforce everything that you said by having the customer reviews about that specific product. So if you have a customer that you're talking to and they're on the line, you could just send them a link and say, hey, if you'd like to hear what some of my customers are saying about this specific product, you can find it all right here. Now, those pages do not have to be available to the GP or general public. Those could be pages on your website that you are just sending, and I can show you how to do that real easy shortcut on your phone that you could just text it straight out in an easy shortcut. Or you can have them prepared in an email and put them into a workflow and have that kind of be automatic depending on the product that they're looking to purchase.
Yeah. So I think that's amazing. And I think that definitely tells a lot. So, Kim, thank you so much for coming on and sharing a few minutes. This has been really amazing. And I think a lot of people will get a lot of information based off a little bit about the community and then also about website design, which everyone is needing eventually, right?
Everybody
Um,
needs a website, whether it's a landing page, something you've done yourself, or when you're ready to hire a professional, everyone absolutely needs a web presence.
which is perfect. So what is the best way someone can get in contact with you or learn a little bit more about your services?
Sure. Visit my website, cornerstonecenterfl.com, or you can just call my phone number 386-627-6363. I'll be happy to help you. Let's see what we can do. Sometimes it's a good match, sometimes it's not. And if it's not, I can put you in the right direction.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll make sure I have all of that information, the link and her phone number in the description for just a little bit easy clicks. So again, thank you so much, Kim, for coming on. I really appreciate this. Your energy is just infectious. So I'm just so glad that we were able to come on and just have a great time together.
Well, I'm so happy to see everything that you're doing as well, Macy. And thank you for having me as a guest on your show. I think that you are very innovative, creative, and I love the way that you're managing your podcast. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
And
so
you're helping
much.
other people too with podcasts, right?
Yeah, I am definitely. So if you're interested, hit me up.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have
hit
a
you up, girl. Okay. Everybody have a great
That's
day.
great. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.